Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to Five and Voice podcast. So, how are you guys today? I hope you are all healthy and happy. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all for visiting our video. This time, we are going to talk about how social and cultural backgrounds can influence the way people think, as well as their freedom of speech. With me, Ai, and my friends Tia
Hey guys, I'm Tia.
and Sakti.
Hello,
Okay, hello Chia and Sakti. How are you guys?
I'm great and it's a pleasure to chat with you here today.
I'm great and yeah, I'm super really excited in Vibe and Voice podcast.
Okay, thank you guys. So let's move on to the first topic. Before we go any further, I want to know about the definition of freedom of speech itself. What do you think freedom of speech is, guys?
I think that freedom of speech is where you can share your thoughts and opinions about something with others without needing to worry about being judged and but not too much that you still respect about other people's right to give opinions and thoughts about something. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, what about you, Sakti?
Freedom of speech is how people express their feeling, how to speak without violating rule and some of type. And freedom of speech is, in my opinion, human right that came from long time ago before we born.
Yes.
The freedom of speech is exist,
Mhm.
and until we die. So, in my opinion, is freedom of speech is our right
Yes.
to use it. So,
Okay. Okay. So, in my view, freedom of speech is the ability to express oneself freely without government restraint or social pressure, and to share ideas,
yeah.
opinions, or maybe perspective openly and without fear of reprisal. Okay, thank you guys. So let's move on to the next topic. Now let's try to relate it to social and cultural backgrounds. In your opinion, how much influence does background have on how people speak or express their opinions, guys?
I think that cultural backgrounds have a big influence on how people will share their thoughts and speak. Because for example, in some places they were raised to speak and say what they think in a
Yes.
polite way and mannered, like us in Java here.
Yes.
There were like rules, like manners to speak. Like you can't say harsh word to elder people, for example. And maybe in some places, other places, they were raised to be more direct and brave to share their thoughts about something. Um, it might sound unpleasant to hear for some people, but for the people that were raised there, it will sound completely normal to them. Yeah. So
Yes.
I think it influenced a lot about how they want to do their speeches.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, so influence a lot is social background because what I think is social background is more important because the education background, the family background, how they study about each other. It's important
Mhm.
because social background is important. It's more, that cultural backgrounds, yes, is important and is affecting how people to speak, how people to think, how people to give the opinion. But social is still matter because uh, we don't really care about that people came from where,
Yeah.
how the parents raised, but what we care is how they react to our opinion.
Yes.
So that's why social background is more powerful. I don't say that a cultural background is not matter or is
Mhm.
not important. Yeah, it's still important because Chia said that in Java how people to opinion, how people to speak. But if we jump to society, that's not really matter. Yeah, we know that they have racism, but social intelligence that make how a society is work. So,
Yes.
in my point of view, that social background is more matter, and it's related to how people speak, how people to think. That's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you guys. So yeah, social and cultural background has a profound influence on how people speak and express their opinion. And overall, I believe that social and cultural background plays a significant role in shaping how people speak and express their opinions. So, like, have you guys noticed how people express their opinion differently, like maybe in Indonesia or abroad?
Yeah, actually, as I said earlier, Indonesia have lots of cities and towns, right? So in places they have like their own traditions to give their speech, like the way they talk or the way they have a conversation. So I think that it's very noticeable to see the difference where when two, maybe for example two people from different towns and city hometown, they when they talk with one another, it will be so obvious about the differences the way they talk.
Yeah, said the examples is from in one country. I will give you in two country,
Mm,
the different country. Will give you example Indonesia and USA.
yes.
In USA, the parents teaching their son or their daughter. It's go to more critics,
Yes.
more
Critis.
asking.
Yes.
You need to ask. You need to speak to if you need if you need
It,
something or someone you speak, you ask. But
yes.
it's very different in Indonesia because I'm not all Indonesian people is not really asking, but what I said is how Indonesian parents teach their kids is not criticize, not you need to ask, you must criticize something if the thing not going in your mind, so you criticize, you asking. In Indonesia not like that. In Indonesia
Yes.
you must okay polite, you must
Mm-mm.
okay, I know what you're talking, maybe it's not right for me, but uh, I agree with you. In Indonesia must like that, and that's why in Indonesia is not diverse how their opinion, because to express themselves is not they study how to express themselves in school, not in first environment, in house, in with our parents. So that's why it's different in USA and Indonesia. Even in USA, not well educated, in Indonesian well not well educated, but the difference is in USA they need ask, they they must ask
Mm,
what they want, what they
yeah.
think. In Indonesia, it's very not that much people to teach their kids, but yeah, the difference is like that.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Yeah. Some people or some family in Indonesia have a different culture, so they teach their kids differently.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I get it. And then let's move on to the next topic. Like, if we relate it to life of high school students, what are some examples? Like maybe when we are having discussion in class.
Yeah, you know when the teachers gave us like group project, like group tests that involves presentation. Yeah, it's some people were able to do it because maybe they like to do speeches and talk to audience that contains a lot of people. Maybe they're confident, but for some people, like personally, I basically can't stand that because having a lot of people watching me when I talk is very
Yes.
overwhelming.
Same.
Yeah, in class, discussion or presentation, some of that type task from teacher. It's well obvious because in our class, it's not that much people who brave to. Yeah, I want to go speak in front of my friend,
Yes.
but they still shy. They still afraid to. I don't want to go front in my friends in my front of friends. No, I'm sitting here. I'm give the information to my friend that you go front, you speak in, you speak the information. Not yeah, that's the problem because in we need to be more brave. Now the topic is freedom of speech. That I mentioned earlier, freedom of speech is a right to use. Why you don't use it?
Mm,
Because well, yeah, I know that social background or cultural background is different from where from where how they raised. But the important thing is to enjoy your life. You need to think that speaking is important to do because well, if you don't speak, everybody don't know what you think, don't know what
yes,
you want.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
the important thing. Yeah, that's my point. But
Okay.
I don't really care about what people saying to me. But in class, you must be brave. You must be don't afraid. At least don't afraid. Just go
Yes.
to front of your friend and tell your story. That's
Yes. We have to be a confident person. Okay. So that was the examples. And then, so clearly there are challenges arising from this difference.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest challenge?
One of the biggest challenge must be misunderstanding because when you said something to people and they mistook the words that you put on together, it will lead to a total mess and it will ruin the conversation between the two of the people. So misunderstanding will be avoided at all costs because if it happens, it will totally ruin the vibe, the topic might even go violence because of small misunderstanding. So yeah, for me that's one of the biggest challenge.
Okay, misunderstanding. What about you, Sakti?
well. First of all, I will give you a trigger warning to you guys. The simple example is like imagine that in here there is a cat, one cat. I said, "Oh, the cat is ugly."
Mm,
Okay,
yes.
and what you think is no, the cat is cute.
Yes.
So the challenge is in in society, the people is don't know what you think.
Mm,
That's why you speak it. Uh, Okay, so that's why you comment. Oh, the cat is ugly, but what you think is no, the cat is cute. So okay, first the biggest challenge is misunderstanding, but the second biggest challenge, the most big is what you react on that what my opinion and how I react to your opinion. So
okay.
again, the cat is ugly. So you said no, the cat is cute. I don't like you. Why you saying the cat is ugly?
Yeah.
So how I react to that opinion is it's matter because
Yes.
I feel to be judged or no, I'm still right that cat is ugly
Yes.
or I from for because you said I'm wrong in your thing in your opinion I'm wrong. I'm afraid to speak again. That's the biggest challenge. The
Okay.
problem is afraid what people think of ourselves because we can't control what people think to
Yes.
us. What we can control is ourselves. So
Yes.
The biggest challenge is okay. Misunderstanding is the biggest challenge, but what will we react to others' opinion is more the real challenge because
Yes, yes.
uh, we don't know how people think. What people think, we don't know. So that's my challenge.
Okay, yes, I agree. I agree. So, yes, there was a lot of challenge. And then, how about the positive side?
The positive side, it's when despite the difference between the two people talking, if they listen to each other, the information they will get is powerful, super powerful, and it's gonna be a lot than when you guys just try to throw hot arguments. So basically, if there's difference, it doesn't matter when you guys listen to each other. So conversation and speech is based on how you guys, like Sakti said, how you guys react to the opinions. Yeah.
Yes.
The positive side is freedom of speech itself because what I believe that freedom of speech is in Indonesia we call it rezeki maybe. But what I believe that freedom of speech is our right to use it. So freedom of speech is we use it because it's our right. It's our weapon. So
Mhm.
the simple thing is it's our weapon. But I must to give the positive side is that diversity because maybe USA more powerful with technology, but Indonesia itself they powerful with diversity.
Yes.
We are not one like Java. It's Indonesia. It's only Java. No, we are Java. We are Sundanese. We have Papua. We have Sumatra, Borneo,
Yes.
and
Kalimantan.
still a lot of people.
Yes. A lot
That's
of
why
tribe.
the positive sides of freedom of speech itself that you can speak what you think you can say it. So if you think A, just say it A. Don't don't be afraid. No, I don't want to say it A because people blah blah blah. No,
Mhm.
just if you think A, just say it. That's
Okay.
the positive side of freedom of speech because in freedom of speech is you cannot to judge anyone because anyone is different. Back to diversity again. Everyone is different.
Okay. Thank you guys. So many point and positive thing that we've got from this conversation.
Yes.
And yeah, the key point is having different background is completely natural due to various influencing factors. What crucial is maintaining respect for one another. This way, we can have a healthy dialogue where everyone feels free to express themselves without offending others or sparking dispute. Do you guys have anything to say for viewers?
Yeah, guys, be brave and say what you want to say. Don't care too much about judgment, and yeah, just say what you want to say.
Okay.
Well, I have a thing to say that it's same what Tia said. Don't be afraid of what people think of you. Just be brave and yeah, just set your argument, just set your what's in your mind because in what nothing is perfect. Everyone is not perfect.
Mm.
So yeah, because that mindset, you just okay. Everyone is not perfect. Why they judge me? Don't be afraid to throw your opinion. Just be brave. Don't be afraid.
Okay. So yeah, let's keep the conversation open and don't be afraid to speak up and share your opinions. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for being with us. Keep shining your light. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye.